face, so that at the beginning of my video I look cute, but YouTube just put some random part of my video up. It doesn't work anyway. It's just a joke. Funny. I find it funny anyways. Anywho, I entertain myself by listening to YouTube videos from like-minded people, and who those people are none of your business, but it does help me. It gives me, it inspires flow from me. And it also presents different possibilities of what might be going on. Because, like, that's not my niche. My niche is I just know that something's a funk and this is bullshit. Like, that's all I know. And the details are actually irrelevant because the details kill my flow. So I don't necessarily care about that. I don't care about that. Why would I care about details of something that has nothing to do with my purpose, my intention? So, I think my intention is just to, like, question everything and just chill and, like, have fun and do everything in your power to enjoy every moment as much as humanly possible, which is really, really a lot more possible than most of you are allowing. So what brings me joy is listening to like-minded people, for example, because in the world, I have flow that doesn't align with the majority, right? And so I'm like bored out of my mind listening to like robots talk, basically. They're hearing and believing, and I'm just like, snore, I don't have anything to contribute to that besides, it's not true, stop talking about it. So, in my near vicinity, which I think is pretty common for people like me, free-thinking flowers, is we're not around each other. We don't know who each other is necessarily. Like, thanks to the internet, we kind of connect with each other-ish like that. But in our actual vicinity, it's just a whole bunch of slave sheep people. And I think that's because there are a few of us, and we need to be spread out so that we can create a grid across Earth of our vibrations. So, like, I'm here high vibing, and then there's another person maybe 100 miles away or whatever that has a like vibe, so our vibes connect. And then there's all these people who, like, there's just this whole grid of connection of like minds, so we're like covering the earth that way with that high vibe grid, that protective layer. So, point is, I was listening to this like-minded person. I don't agree with everything this person is saying, but they presented what to them they have facts and proof that prove this. I have no idea, okay, and I'm not even going to look into it. I don't care. But I thought their possibility of what is going on right now is interesting, and it's different than what I'm hearing other people say, the majority, right? So I just barfed it out on a post. So what this person said, that according to their discernment and what they're reading and researching, that the test for the coronavirus is not actually testing, apparently, in accordance with this person. You do your own freaking research. I am not going to do your work for you. And I don't care enough to delve into it further for myself. I it doesn't affect me, regardless of whether it is a virus or it isn't a virus. I don't care. I am not afraid. So, if it matters to you, go do your due diligence. But this person said that they're not testing for a virus, they're testing for cellular toxicity. And if the cellular toxicity is present, then they are claiming this as positive for COVID-19. So, if that's true, that's not accurate or honest, is it? So then they put on the death certificate of people that tested positive for cellular toxicity that they died of COVID-19. Not true. Not accurate. They died of a vast number of things that cause, as a side effect, cellular toxicity. So, they're putting the numbers of deaths caused by COVID-19 higher and higher and higher, scaring the shies out of people when people are dying of all sorts of different things, not one of them being COVID-19. So just simple stress can cause cellular toxicity. An argument with your whomever, you being triggered for all the various reasons people are triggered to get upset will cause instant cellular toxicity, regardless of how clean your diet is. Of course, chemicals of all variety will present cellular toxicity in you. Having dis-ease of all varieties have as a side effect cellular toxicity. Most people have cellular toxicity. So, there's a possibility for you to contemplate and consider. My niche is get you to question everything and believe blindly nothing, so that hopefully you don't emotionally react with fear, negativity to anything, right? This is the intent. My intention is to have you be like super chill about everything as possible, not be having these triggers and stress reactions, so that you don't test positive for cellular toxicity, i.e. COVID-19. So, do everything I tell you to be super chill and relaxed and not triggered and reactive, and you're going to be highly unlikely to test positive for cellular toxicity. Because even if you're a clean eater, if you're full of drama and triggers and emotional reactions, etc., you are creating the toxins within you. Not all toxins come from a chemical on the outside or a, chemical you've ingested into your digestive tube. Many and a lot of healthy eating people that don't buy or expose themselves to toxins of any variety, inside or outside, at least to the best of their ability, are very toxic because they're judgmental, they're mean, they're aggressive, angry, whatever, all variety of toxic emotions. Maybe they're in a toxic relationship, so they're with a person that is constantly triggering, upsetting them, etc. All varieties, like so many different possibilities of where Healthy eating people that avoid toxins are toxic just inside themselves because of their mental focus and their triggers, etc. So, let's have that be our primary focus and priority. Is my highest joy in every moment. So, listening to like-minded people for me is a very high vibe thing, because I'm like, yes, my people, woo! Or listening to music, not Debbie Downer music, like high vibe music. What's high vibe music to me is going to be different to what it is to you. So this, what I'm listening to right now, this high vibe to me. This brings me enormous amount of joy and satisfaction, and a lot of different things. The music I get from my teenage kids, from my young kids, it's great. I love it. It makes me feel goofy and light and not take stuff so serious. Not all their music, right? But some of it. Some of it I'm just like, oh, you guys, Debbie Downer, I can't do this. But yeah, they hook me up some pretty good stuff. I love it. So I had a person on the post. This is just funny. The person on my post about they're testing for toxicity, not for a virus. This person barfs out at me as a comment. They're testing for blah blah blah, not toxicity. No, they're testing for blah 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 through saliva, not toxicity, blah blah blah. And I'm just like, they can test toxicity through your saliva, and just because you say a bunch of fancy letters and numbers and go blah 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 doesn't mean that anything you're saying is valid or true, and doesn't mean you even have any proof for what you're saying. So just because you're saying that doesn't mean that I'm going to be like, oh, you know. And of course they ask for proof of what I'm saying. I ain't going to do your homework for you. Do it for yourself. So I replied with that, and then that person says, oh, so you're not going to just blindly believe me, but I'm supposed to blindly believe you? So I'm like, if you follow me, you're going to know clearly that I tell you to question everything. Everything includes me. So what you're saying doesn't even make any sense according to facts of actual truth of what I say. I am just presenting a possibility for you to contemplate and consider. And then she said she didn't knock down what I said, but she specifically actually did knock down what I said by saying what you said is wrong. Like what I said is wrong. So I just reminded her of what she exactly said was, they're testing for blah blah blah, not toxicity in any way, shape, or form. Or like she made extreme clear opposition to what I was saying. So I told her, yes, you did actually, in fact, oppose what I said completely, and then you presented your thing as fact. And that's where she was insulted at my reaction to saying nobody should just believe her because she said it. And so I just presented her the option of, if she had come at me saying, this is another possibility of what they claim they're testing for, then she would have gotten an entirely different response from me, right? But because she just like totally opposed what she shut down and said, nope, you're false, and this is what's true. Which is why she got the response she got from me, which she didn't like, right? So let's be mindful of when someone makes a post, a high vibe way to interact with that person is don't reject what they're saying. If you have another possibility for people to consider, then just present that possibility in the comments or make your own post about what you think is interesting to contemplate. she doesn't have actually any proof for any of what she barfed out. She read it somewhere, someone told her, etc., right? And I don't know if she's a nurse or a doctor, but usually it's the nurses and doctors that are claiming and asserting their authority because of their title, right? So I told her, you even if you work for the medical system, you're not in the labs testing things. You're being told stuff. And that's not proof of anything. You're being told stuff and you're believing it because you're trusting the people telling you, but that's actually not proof of anything. And asserting your authority just because you were programmed and brainwashed into the legal drug dealing system doesn't give you authority over any truth or facts of any kind. Anyways, she ended up deleting her whole entire comment, which I was like, okay, whatever. I found that amusing because basically she made herself look like a freaking idiot and she was behaving like an idiot. So hopefully in the future, now she'll realize, hey, like, maybe I shouldn't attack people and oppose them on their own posts. Because, like, I make it always very clear, I am not debating what I'm saying. I'm not even trying to prove what I'm saying. I'm just saying it and putting it out there for people to consider and contemplate to hopefully ease their discomfort and fears. Because if what we're dealing with here is just a cellular toxicity, which is like a super normal, depending and fluctuates throughout the day. So like, say I'm exhausted because I've been doing too much stuff. And now I'm having to deal with my kids and do other shit. Like, I can't go just rest. Now I've just caused stress in myself. It's not something I can avoid. I can't not take care of my kids. I have to take care of my kids. It doesn't matter if I'm tired, right? Now I just have cellular toxicity. And it's fine because my cells will cleanse and clean out when I go get my good night's rest and wake up and have my me time in the morning. Now my cells are free of COVID-19. Cellular toxicity is a very normal thing that fluctuates in and out of our cells. It's nothing that we need to be afraid of, okay? So that's all. I don't know. That's the end of my thought process on that because my brain just went blank. So I suppose that's the end, and I gotta go into the store and buy some paint and other things to fix up my cute house, make it even cuter. Okay, peace out. Mwah.